Wow, Happy, that was amazing. I thought the whole no more skinny cam bullshit was just a saying. I guess not.
Honey, I'm home.
Quick, Happy, hide.
Hey, babe.
Hi, honey. How's work?
It was good. Why are you still in bed?
I'm just reading.
With a happy dad?
I mean, it's Friday, right?
Yeah, you're right. Thank God, honestly. We still doing dinner later?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. I'm starving. Babe, where'd you get this pallet of Happy Dad? These aren't even bad. 100 calories, 2 grams of carbs? It's almost like cheating. I could see why you like these. All right, we got a dope pod today. We got the man. This guy's absolutely blowing up right now. John Summit.
What's up? Thanks for having me, man.
Flew straight from Miami here to OC to do this pod, and then
Yes,
You're
sir.
straight to Vegas.
Yep.
Tonight.
Yep, tonight. And then this weekend, I got everything. So I'm doing Toronto, Chicago.
We're at in Toronto.
Toronto, it's like on some island called Electric Island.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
festival.
I'm from Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yep.
We met in Gecko about like what 2 months ago maybe or something.
Yeah.
And
I just
then-
moved to Miami.
You were having dinner with Dave Grutman.
Yep.
And then he introduced us, and he said, "You guys got to get John Summit on the pod. I've literally never seen anything like his come up and what's going on right now."
Shout out, Dave.
So I literally told him, I'm like, "Bro, I'm down." Like we said, we're down. We added in the group
Yeah.
chat. I'm not even lying. I think he called me 10 times in like the next 24 hours. I wake up like 6:30 a.m. He's calling me. He's like, "Yo, you got to do this pod, bro." I'm like, "Dude, I already told. Like, we're already setting it up. Like,
Yeah.
we're in a group chat. We're with his assistant. We're doing it."
Yeah.
Calls me like 2 hours later. He's like, "Bro, you got to do this. Trust me." I'm like, "Bro, we're locking it in. Like, we got this." But how cool is that? That like, I feel like for someone like Dave to be like, saying he's never seen anything like
yeah.
your come up.
It's kind of wild. Like I did not expect it whatsoever. It kind of happened overnight for me, but it's kind of sick that everyone's pushing me and stuff because I've been just doing my own thing for like 6 years now, and these past couple years have been fucking nuts.
What do you mean when you say overnight?
Like it didn't actually happen overnight, but when it like the shows just went from 1,000 people, and then like the next month 10,000 people, and then I just did EDC last month, and that was like 100,000 people on my set. So
And before all this, you're a CPA, right?
yeah, an accountant, desk job in Chicago. It
That's
fucking
crazy.
sucked. Yeah.
So you went to U of I.
Yep. University of Illinois.
What
Yeah.
was it? What was it like there?
It was sweet. I did all the college bars and was in a fraternity and all that. And so I did all the shitty frat parties. So I was a terrible DJ back then.
But you were still DJing the frat parties then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I moved to Chicago, started doing like the underground parties there and whatever. And then
What are those? What's an underground Chicago party?
it's like all the parties where you're like, you can't like legally do parties, I guess. So like warehouses and shit like that.
Fuck, I gotta
So-
go to one of those.
Yeah,
those are
exactly,
different
yeah.
types.
No,
of-
you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can't get into the underground party
Yeah.
scene, bro.
Probably
You're
not.
already a DJ,
I
bro.
can barely
Don't
get
get don't get too into the
No, yeah.
fucking house dance music scene.
Yeah, it's probably not good
It's
for
a
me.
rabbit hole, man. It's sick though.
So where does it elevate from the underground Chicago parties?
So then you like do the clubs and stuff, but it was mostly because like I couldn't get booked at the clubs because like no one knew who I was and stuff. So it's like the DIY parties and shit like that.
When does it kind of like change where you start to get like booked?
Well, so releasing music and stuff, then your music just starts to blow up. So my first song that like really blew up was called Deep End, which was like during COVID. It was like just like a popular fucking TikTok sample that I found on the internet, which I did not expect to blow up whatsoever. And then from there, I started doing all like the illegal kind of parties in Florida during COVID because that was the spot to be. And then from there, it just all started.
So
blowing up.
you were partying a lot during COVID too?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I live in Miami. That's where I got all my friends because I was there every single weekend.
We were doing that too. We were getting so much shit. We almost got like our YouTube channel deleted. Like they sent us like an email and said like
really?
they said it was like off platform responsibility.
Yeah, because you weren't
Yeah.
like too far away from each other or something.
No, we were just fucking like we just had to keep our business going.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we were traveling, partying.
That's how it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna like stop playing music. I mean, that's what I do every weekend.
Yeah, you
so.
literally have no choice.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so did the TikTok sound that you used or you sampled? That's what really helped get your name going. Like
Well, kind of, because then I got signed to a big label called Defected that's in the UK, and then from there, like, kind of like that put like my name out there, and then from there I released a new song like every 3 weeks for like 2 years straight,
yeah,
and then it was just
yeah.
And where do you
Crazy,
drop?
crazy.
Were you dropping like the tracks on at that time, like all platforms?
all
or-
platforms.
all
Yeah, so I was
platforms.
already signed to labels like starting from 2016. So
Okay.
I've been around for a minute, but all it takes is like that one big break in this, and then it's kind of nonstop.
Well, at that time, were you like, was that like your strategy to drop a lot of shit, or were you just kind of fucking
It's
around?
a shotgun approach because I mean, I'm sure it's kind of the same for you guys when you
Yeah.
first started out. Is like you do
Go
everything and
viral
anything.
once.
Yeah, exactly. And then once you go viral once, and then it's like, oh shit, we actually have followers.
Yeah.
And then you just keep going.
But then the pressure's on, right?
Oh yeah.
So then when did Better Than This come out?
So Better Than This, that was like the year after that. So that was like during the summer. And that was like, especially because everything was open then and all the festivals started. So that was like my one feel good track, you know?
Yeah. I'm trying to learn more about the DJ scene, but it
Yeah.
seems like there's two types. Like there's DJs that really just make their own songs, and then people that play other people's music.
So I would say like in the touring side of things, everyone makes their own music, but then I still play other people's music too, and I do edits and everything. And then the DJs just other people like play other people's songs. Those are the DJs you go to like the clubs and like kind of like not the ones you see headlining festivals and all that stuff.
So to be the headliner, you got to be like,
Oh yeah.
Making
you
your
got-
own
yeah.
shit.
But I
Everyone
feel
big
like there's a
dogs.
lot of DJs now that aren't making their own shit that will still do like Vegas pool parties and stuff like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
too.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
or am I wrong?
No, you're right. So there's still those, but usually they like got their name big somehow. Like I don't know, I'm not naming names or whatever, but if you had like a big hit back in 2013, and then you can still be huge now because of that.
Yeah,
that's something I actually want to ask you because now,
yeah. I
all
want
these
to talk about that.
fucking influencers, they get
Yep.
this following,
Yeah.
they just become fucking DJs and they're performing the biggest parties. But it's like,
Exactly. Because it's just because they can sell tickets.
but is that like insulting to DJs that have grinded and shit?
I don't know. They get a lot of shit. That's for sure.
Yeah, you can't really respect somebody who like
No. Yeah.
has a million followers. Decides I'm gonna DJ one day and then they're headlining or not headlining, but
Yeah,
they're
They're
doing the
playing
same
parties.
festival.
Where it's like, I mean, I don't mind it like too much myself because it's not like a threat to me at all or whatever. But like, as long as they're throwing a good fucking party, I guess that's all that matters, right?
Yeah,
But yeah, you're not gonna see them like, I guess, doing huge sold out shows at places.
that's
and
like
stuff.
honestly, I'm thinking about doing that. Seems like it's a new move.
I don't know if you're.
Hey,
I don't know if you're
I-
selling tickets, but
Yeah, I don't know if I could last a whole setup there.
Yeah, no, I
Has
can
that happened?
teach you.
Ah, fuck. Well, I'll do that all day.
Yeah,
I'll take you up on
yeah,
that. Has there ever been a time when like, because you say you party back there,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
where like you're maybe an hour and a half into your set and you're like, well, I'm getting a little too like.
When I'm on like hour like 7 of my set, that's how I feel.
Or is it-
An
or is it
hour
the
and a
more
half is
hammered?
Fucking jump change, bro.
Yeah.
is it the more hammered you get, the better, or does it like start to affect your performance?
I think that until I watched the videos afterwards, and I'm like, I was way too trash during that. But like when you're on the decks, you think you're good. I don't know. I call it like the hot tub effect, where it's like, you know, if when you're drinking the hot tub and you're there for like 3 hours, you don't feel drunk at all.
Yeah.
Then when you get out, you're like, I'm hammered. That's how I am
Yeah.
in the DJ decks, where I'm like, I'm perfect, and then I leave, and I like my manager has to help me kind of walk down the steps.
Has there ever been a time that you've looked back?
What's
and-
up?
Has there ever been a time that you've looked back at like a video or some shit and be like, "Damn, I was actually trash." But
Oh
like, we
yeah,
thought-
yeah. Especially if I go to some place for an after party and they start filming me, and then I just see it the next day on TikTok, and then like the anxiety I get, I'm like, well, I'm such a fucking idiot.
But that's kind of like become like that's like similar to us too. It's like kind of like become a part of your brand a
Exactly,
little bit, right?
like,
The partying and stuff.
yeah,
like
I feel like we can get away with it.
that's
We're not
gonna
like,
bang on like your TikTok and shit, right?
Yeah. And like I it's good that it is part of my brand because then it's like I feel like I can get away with anything when it comes to that. Versus like if you're like a very like
Clean cut.
guy,
Yeah, that's the worst.
yeah.
Because then one bad thing,
yeah,
you're fucked,
exactly.
right?
And then if you're like, because I mean, I don't plan on being a fucking politician one day or anything.
Yeah,
So I think I'm all right.
100%.
How do you choose like your sets?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you. I had an experience at a club in Vegas.
Okay.
And this is one of those influencer,
Yeah.
like now DJs.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
looking
yeah,
at my
yeah.
friend and I'm like, who
was
the
gonna say.
fuck is on the aux right now? Like the
Yeah,
vibe
yeah.
in the club is dead.
Yeah. Oh,
No
so,
one's-
so they're bad too.
I was just like, yo, this is like, what is this?
Yeah,
no
yeah,
one's
yeah.
having a good time.
Yeah.
So how do you know what set you're gonna go with? Like, do you read the crowd or do you have
Well,
it
so
planned?
I was telling you before we started this that in Vegas at first I didn't like it at all because like I wasn't as big. But now that everyone knows my music and stuff, and so
confident.
I'm playing my own music. I'm
Mhm.
basically doing my festival sets and like a bunch of edits and stuff.
No, I mean, I just figured too because it's like EDC,
Yeah, yeah,
completely different vibe.
You see, you have all the kids with like all the rave gears or in the tutus and all that shit. Like they love it all. But then, like in Vegas, you know, it's like bachelorette parties and shit.
How does it work? Like the business of like getting booked, like how does like a DJ like raise their booking fee, and how do clubs go about, like, how do you negotiate your price?
So I have agents for that.
Yeah.
But it's supply and demand. And yeah, the money I'm making now is obviously a lot different than like the year before. And like, I mean, in 2020, before 2020, I was a full-time DJ. I quit accounting like 2019. I was making like $750 a gig total. Like that'd be a good night for me.
$750.
Yeah. In which I would say that's like the typical DJ. But you know, if I'm selling 10,000 tickets at, you know, $100 each, then you kind of do the math.
Your fee like the same for every kind of venue, or does it change like
Kind of.
Vegas to a festival?
It's like less in Europe than America right now because obviously America's fucking massive, and then Vegas or something can be pretty high because like last time I played Vegas, the guy behind me, he spent $250K on his table and he was buying $75,000 bottles of Aces of Spades, which I think you can buy like at Binny's for $750.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah. And I didn't realize like that's what he had. And then so he hands me the bottle. He's like, yo, like pour it like to this girl. And I'm like, whatever. So I just started pouring it in my mouth. Like I didn't hear him because I was DJing. I like sprayed like half the bottle because then I started spraying it in the crowd.
Oh yeah.
And then the guy who like part of the club, he's like, yo, he just paid $75K for that bottle. I'm like, fuck.
So is that's what Sammy told me too, though. It's like, is part of the business for these venues,
Yeah.
whatever DJ is gonna bring the biggest spenders.
Mm-hmm.
And that can like so a club might be like, yo, John Summit brings like big spenders every time,
Yeah.
and that's why we can like afford to charge. Like,
Exactly.
do
They
this
don't
price.
care about ticket sales there versus like when
That's
I
so
play like a
interesting.
huge venue, like say like Brooklyn Mirage in New York, it's more about tickets because that's how they get their money.
That's so crazy to me.
Was the guy
It's nuts.
pissed when you did that with the bottle? Probably not at that point.
I think that guy was just so dumb loaded. He thought I was like, he was videotaping me. He's like, John, spraying my bottle. So
Yeah.
I think he was happy for that. But you can piss
75K
off the
spray.
wrong people. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
It's a fuck ton of money.
Yeah. Do you notice? Because we talked earlier about how the scariest place in the world is space for me.
Yeah.
But do you ever like look in the crowd and you're just like,
Yeah.
that guy's fucking on Pluto right now?
Oh yeah, the first so I just played Space last week, and the first 3 hours is this guy with the sunglasses on, munching like he's like a fucking llama eating grass, and it was kind of tweaking me out a little bit.
Yeah, that's
But
funny.
yeah, to last to noon during his set, I'd say people are taking a lot of performance enhancers
Yeah.
to get there.
You have to. You have to.
Yeah, you have to.
I just wonder, like, when you're up there, if you're like looking at the crowd and noticing, like,
Oh
what's
yeah,
going
no,
on out
it's
there.
it's the best. It's the best.
So for people that don't know space, like what is space? Obviously, everyone in Miami knows, but
yeah. So the background of that club is that it's been like an institution since the 90s, and it's kind of like Europe meets America.
an institution, a mental institution,
Yeah,
pretty much.
basically. And so like all the European DJ and stuff like that, if you know like Solomon, Marco Carolla, like you know Black Coffee, they're kind of legends for going super long in their sets. And it's like one of the only places that has a 24-hour liquor license. So I get on at 6 a.m. and I'll play to like 4 p.m. there. And then the crowd is slam packed the entire time.
Okay, so walk us through that. You go on at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
You know you're performing at space.
Yeah.
What's your like process before that?
Yeah.
My process is that I legit actually like sleep up until, so I go to bed at like 8 p.m., wake up at 4, have a couple shots of espresso. The biggest, I think, like the worst move you can do in Miami is pregame before going out. Because when you know you go out, and
you're
then
fucked.
because then I still do an after party afterwards too.
Yeah. So you take-
Wait, you're doing an after party after space?
Yeah.
So is that like a pregame for the next night?
Yeah,
Like, if
so
you end
that'll
at
go
4
that'll go through the next night. So yeah, I just did that. What day does it say? Thursday.
Yeah.
I did that Saturday, and we kept it going to my place till like 8 p.m. on Monday.
Yeah, it's weirder than an after party's at like 4 p.m.
Yeah. It's
Wait,
kind of
what?
fucked.
Miami's
you
just
guys
a-
got to go next time.
We should-
This is tough for
we
us.
should go to space. We should like do like bringing the camera into space and like
No.
do that. Like go to bed at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Yeah, no.
eat some
Do it
eggs.
professionally.
Yeah.
I'll do it that way.
Yeah.
I can't go start that night and then make it through.
Oh
the
no.
day. That'll be-
Don't start that night. No,
You'll say
'cause-
that, but then you'll do that.
I'll
You'll be
do
like,
that.
oh, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
out.
That'll be a horror film, bro.
Well, I went to Gecko the night before at 7 p.m. And that's when Dave gets giving me so much shit. He goes, "Who the fuck eats at 7? You're gonna be eating with like the bar staff."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Cause I eat and then I legit go to bed afterwards."
What's some of your like biggest? I hate to use this word, but are like just people are always coming in the DJ booth.
Yeah.
Things that piss you off that anybody.
Yeah,
does.
Things
Pet
that piss me
peeves.
off. Well, I hate when well, girls are just fucking annoying because they're always trying to get the videos and they're always like touching me and shit, which I hate. Which is why I got like a tour manager and security to make sure that doesn't happen. But I do like to have like a whole on party in the booth.
Mhm.
So I guess it's when girls try touching the decks. So that happened last Saturday. Like during one of my biggest build-ups of one of my tracks. It was like right before it was about to drop, and she like pressed stop on it, and
No.
and then she goes woo, and I was
And the
like,
music stopped.
yeah, the music stopped, and there's a
Holy
video of it.
fuck.
I look at her, I was like, oh my god, I was so pissed. But yeah, no one cared
Did
though.
she know what she just did?
No, because I think she was just so like lit that she had no idea.
Fuck, bro.
That's brutal.
Yeah. But when I'm playing like big festivals, I'm playing Coachella, like, no one's on stage.
Mhm.
Yeah. I feel like that is like the fun part of a house party though, is that like it is a little sloppy and
Yeah.
people fuck. Like no one gives a fuck.
What do you
about it, know?
prefer? Like, what's your favorite
Uh,
place to?
I mean, I love house parties and I love after parties just because there's no rules.
How
but,
often
um,
are you booked for house parties as opposed to?
That's more like I usually I don't even get paid for them. That's more like just showing up for it's
Like a
more,
friend?
Yeah. If it's like a private party for like a wealthy client or something, like of course I'm getting paid. But
Yeah.
I try not to do that too much because I play like 5 to 6 shows a week now.
That's probably the only way we could get like chicks to this house. You gotta perform here, bro.
Let's make it happen, bro.
I know we might just post something after this. What do we got? 5 hours to kill.
Yeah.
No,
What do we have a little day?
Just get something turned.
I mean, I can push my flight back again.
I'm telling everyone I'm going out with you tonight in LA. So.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Do you have like?
This is how it all starts, man. I knew
Yeah,
this
right?
pod right after a bendy too. We just
Yeah,
did 3
he's
days
like-
in New York.
he's
I
like,
was like,
why-
is this gonna turn into a send again, man?
But this makes the best content too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Do you have? Because every single time, like when we go to XS a lot,
Yeah.
behind the
Content.
DJ booth, there's that whole private section.
Yeah.
Does
Gonna be
someone
saying that
just
on my
bring
deathbed.
chicks in there, or do you pick them? Or be honest, have you ever looked in the crowd and been like, "Yo, that girl's beautiful. We need to get her back"? And
Oh,
just-
1000%. Yeah, that's I'm a tour manager.
Why
It's
the
like
fuck,
if they're having
why
a
the
good
fuck would he
time.
not do that?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I mean, I know.
Exactly.
but yeah,
No, I'm like dudes only.
No.
No, but usually there's like I know a lot of people, and there's every city I go to. I normally have a good squad. So
What
Like-
would you say it is about like kind of like the movement that you have right now? Like why do you think in your opinion it's so special?
I think it's because like first of all, I think the music is good. But then second of all, I think it's like authenticity and like I don't give a fuck, and it's not like everyone else, like especially with DJs is also formal on social media and not like where I'm all about the party and all about I don't know, I feel you guys are kind of the same way. Just
Yeah.
like the not giving a fuck
Yeah.
that people are like trying to, because when you go on social media or you want to go to something that feels like it's authentic and no rules kind of thing.
Exactly.
So I can guarantee you if we party, we're gonna have a good time.
for sure. What's the goal in terms of like obviously doing clubs and all that, but people sign residencies.
Yeah.
So is that like what you want at the end of the day is to have a residency, or you want?
So that's not the goal for me. For me, is throwing my own parties because I've been I just did like a huge party out in like outside of Nashville and like in the middle of these caves, which was fucking nuts.
I saw that.
And
Talk
so,
about that.
Yeah, a few thousand people came out to that. It's
What do you mean
literally
in the middle of a cave?
Yeah. It's like 2 hours outside of Nashville, and we had like you can bring RVs and like camping and shit, and we just like sent it for 2 days straight in there.
And it's just a cave?
Yep. Yeah. No, but it's like a dope cave that like you can actually like explore and stuff. And we add like a bunch of lights and lasers and stuff like that.
And you
So-
set this whole thing up?
Yeah. With like my team and stuff.
So and you guys just sell tickets?
Yep.
That's fucking cool, bro.
So that's like a thing. I saw you said you're like an outdoors guy. Like you
Yeah,
want to
exactly.
go for those.
Yeah,
You're trying to
'cause-
create parties in like the middle of nowhere. and shit?
Exactly. Yeah. So we got like Tulum in January coming up. I mean, I want to do shit like even like bumfuck like Idaho or something. I don't give a fuck. Like where it's
Yeah.
just like a giant open land, and then we set up a huge stage, have like drink tents and all of that, and yeah, I'm trying to do my own festivals and stuff.
Yeah, fuck, bro. I feel like you get the fans or people that attend those. You gotta be a little.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be ready to let yourself go.
Oh yeah. Like the
Shit.
the hardcore Summit fans are like crazy in the best possible way.
Like with Burning Man and stuff.
Exactly. So I did Burning Man last year, and that was like my huge inspiration. I'm going to do that.
What
every
the
single
fuck's
year.
that like?
It's insane. I mean,
What is Burning
I highly
Man?
recommend it. It will kind of.
Yeah, we
blow
want to
your
do a
mind.
video there, but I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's worth it.
I'm boys with Gordo.
Oh,
and he-
okay.
and he's been
Yeah. No,
telling
he was
me-
out there. He did
he's-
like 15 sets.
Yeah, he's been telling me like you got to do.
Yeah.
Burning Man,
Yeah.
gotta do
But you
Burning
would
Man.
be surprised. Like I thought it was just gonna be like a bunch of randos I've never met in my life. It's like I knew like half the people there. It felt like.
Are you at Tomorrowland too, or no?
I did Tomorrowland last year.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've done it all. I've done Coachella, Tomorrowland, Bonnaroo, Lollapalooza. Lollapalooza is the first festival I ever went to because I'm from Chicago. But yeah, and then the nice thing about residency though is that like it's like easy, and it's good money, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's not. I don't want to say like that's like the selling out version, but it's like
I was gonna say, does that not kind of cap you on doing other things? Like,
exactly. So like I got offers to do like 40 shows in Vegas, but right now I'm just doing 10 shows a year
Mhm.
because that's easy.
Yeah.
But
in Vegas?
yeah,
Or-
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Because I'm not trying to. I don't know what you guys think of Vegas,
Saturate.
but when I'm in Vegas, I play one set and I'm like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround that city.
Yeah. But I do love it though. It's fun.
It is fun, yeah.
Do you have
What's the business like of like running your own festivals? Like how did you get into that? Who'd you partner with and like
So usually we'll partner with a local promoter there, and then it's like all my team that like kind of does the production and everything. But then you'll have to outsource a lot of people to help build the stage and all that shit. So it is a fuck ton of work. Like,
yeah.
because even though I do like party a lot and stuff, it's I have to spend like 12 hours a day and shit on it. So there's no time for hangovers.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So like does your team do the production or do you guys like
So we'll work with like the local, because you have to work with like the local vendors and
Yeah.
stuff. Because I don't have like a bus tour, so I'm not traveling around with
right.
huge things.
Shit.
Yeah. Which that's what was nice about the cave is the cave was already there, so we just had to go in, add a bunch of lights. So that worked out pretty well.
Do you have a favorite all-time set that you've ever done?
Just this past month, I did Red Rocks. Have you heard of it?
Bro, of
Yeah.
course, from Denver.
You're
Yeah.
from Denver?
Yeah, I used to go
Oh.
up all the time. I feel
Oh,
like
okay, shit.
when we were in
Yeah.
high school, you go up there like Avicii,
Yeah.
Bass Nectar.
Yeah. I used to be a big Bass Nectar fan actually. Apparently he like his last set there in like 2014, like the rock started to crumble and shit like that.
And when?
I think it was like the last time he played there, like was 2015 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So which is kind of cool. I don't know if have you heard of this venue before?
Yeah.
I
saw
don't
you
think you
there.
could
Okay.
handle it there, bro.
What? Red
Red
Rocks?
Rocks, yeah.
Why not?
Because it's a lot of that's a creature. That's like space.
Oh yeah. It's sick though, bro. And like all types of artists play there. But that was
You bought
ton-
tickets for your whole high school class and shit. Hey, you're like, I got this. It's on dad's credit card. I got VIP for everyone.
It's like it's 10,000 people though. It was like full on storing my entire set and no one left. So then and my whole it was Mother's Day, so my mom was there, took her on stage. It was a
How
whole,
long ago was this?
This was last month.
Oh my god.
What do
Yeah.
your parents think about like everything you're doing?
Oh,
now?
they fucking love it.
They love it?
Like they went from like, what the hell are you doing? Why do you quit your job? So I didn't, talk to them for a couple months while I was doing this. And then it started and then 2020 happened. And so I lived at home for a little bit. And then they actually saw all the work and stuff that went behind it, Because at first they think you're just fucking around, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now they're my biggest fans. Like they go to Red Rocks. Like my parents will go out to the clubs in Chicago when I'm not even there and get a table and shit.
What was that convo like of like telling them you're gonna quit your job?
It was a tough combo, but I mean, I already lived on my own at that point, and I was already, accountant, so I can kind of just do whatever I want. So they trust me, but yeah, I mean, if I had a kid and he told me he was going to be a DJ, I'd be like, what
Of
the
course,
fuck are you
it's
doing,
probably
bro?
the worst thing you could tell your parents. In all honesty, like anything else, even now, like a YouTuber might. It's like a DJ. They're like, what the fuck?
They'd rather have me have like an OnlyFans or some shit than be a DJ.
Probably.
But no, it obviously worked out all right.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Has it changed? Like, were you pulling the way you were when you were a CPA, like you do now? Probably not, right?
When I was a CPA, I had a girlfriend and stuff. So, and then as soon as that went full time DJ, I'm like, that's not working out.
It's pretty impossible to have a relationship with what you do.
No, it's impossible.
Do you think it is impossible?
I truly think it's impossible. I mean, I can't really say too much, but I know I would not trust any DJ, to be honest. Yeah, life hasn't treated me well or bad in that regard, so
yeah,
I'm not complaining.
The lifestyle?
Yeah, no. Well, you have a big movement with chicks too.
Yeah.
Like when I followed you, like 10 girls I'm following, they're liking your photos. Some of them I'm like
his
wheeling.
main chick too, so he's.
Oh really?
No, it wasn't
I'm
a main.
sorry.
It was like some girl I was like talking to in Miami. I saw like she's like liking your photos and shit. I'm like,
You're
what
like,
the what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
But what is that like? Because you're like. You have a lot of chicks in the booth and stuff like that.
No, I mean...
We have it a little different too, me and you than
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's fun, man. It's fun, You got area codes. There's girls in every city that I'm friends with. And, everyone's trying to have a good time, right? And I like to think I'm a good time when I play and stuff. So, yeah, it's pretty fun.
What do you do? Because that lifestyle does take a toll on your body.
Yeah.
Like, do you stay healthy or like are you in the gym and like
I try to I go to the gym like for 15 minutes twice a week, and
15 in and out
in and out I do my pull-ups, do my push-ups, maybe a couple squats.
Damn,
yeah. But I'm also like when I DJ, I guess I'm moving a lot. I'm doing like 50,000 steps a set.
Yeah, well, you're up there dancing, you feel like you got to perform.
If you see me not dancing, something's wrong, because I'm jumping up and down and everything.
When you're about to go on, are you like, do you get nervous still, or are you good at this point?
Yeah, I do get nervous for every set, just because. Well, I don't know if it's nervous, because obviously, you guys have some like really big podcasts. Do you get like for the like really big ones?
Sure,
are you pretty nervous and
definitely.
stuff?
Like before we did Trump.
Yeah, I kind of fucking imagine.
Like Steve was there too. I think we probably shotgunned like. I'm not even lying. Probably like 6 happy dads.
Yeah.
I was probably 8 deep on the Trump interview.
He was 2 hours late, so it builds up.
So then you get more and more nervous.
You're like pacing back and forth and everything.
We're just like another.
Yeah. You shotgun 6 drinks, don't you have to pee during?
Yeah. Oh well, we probably pissed like 10 times before that.
Secret Service was getting pissed because they had to take us every time to make sure.
Right?
Yeah.
They thought we were like trying to sneak in bombs or something. At that point, we're just making runs in and out.
That's why right when I get on stage, and it's like a thing now, and people think it's like I do this like I don't know, on purpose or whatever. But right when I get on stage, I do like a huge chug of tequila.
Every time?
Yeah, every time. But that's always just to get the nerves and shit like that. Just because you have to. They expect a big performance every time. You can't just get up on ducks and
So that's your go-to is tequila?
Oh yeah, because it's an upper.
Yeah,
it's like it's only alcohol that's like a non-depressant. Apparently, don't quote me on this. I don't know shit, but
I don't. Yeah,
it keeps me awake.
Good. So do you have a pre-ritual every time before that?
I'm like kind of meditating in the green room. I'm like, people think I do like big pre-games and stuff, but
quick smash and then you go out.
Yeah, no, that's not for beforehand. Beforehand is just me. But yeah, well, and I'm always working on music, and like, cause every single set I do is completely different.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I'm very big on that, because I'll go to Vegas and I'll see some DJ, who was big in 2012, and it's 2023, and they're still doing the same exact set like 10 years ago. So I'm like, are they just pressing play on a recorded set or something? Or
do any of the OG guys kind of hate on you? You don't have to call them out.
Maybe behind my back or something, but I'm friends with like almost all of the DJs and stuff now, especially all the Vegas DJs and everything. Yeah, so I'm friends with all those guys.
Is there any competitiveness in the space?
Oh, it's ultra competitive. In person, everyone's very nice and stuff like this, but I would say it's the most competitive, because then you have the residencies and stuff too, and there's only X amount of them, right?
Right.
So, but there's no backstabbing and shit. It's not like hip hop where like I've never heard a DJ diss track. I don't think.
We need some DJ beef.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
DJs aren't like shooting each other and shit like
that.
No,
yeah, not yet.
Snitching on each other.
Maybe swooping girls though.
Yeah.
You could start there.
If I had a girlfriend, I wouldn't trust her around any DJ. That's for sure.
People always like do ask like,
Yeah.
how much are you really doing up there with like the
Yeah,
knobs?
I think I'm doing a decent amount. Like sometimes when you're with the knobs, like a lot of it is like unnecessary, just like taking bass out and adding some reverb and shit like that. But
Is there like a little bit less pressure? Like, can you have like a bad performance?
yeah, I have bad performances all the time. But the thing is like,
But is that based on energy or like something you're fucking up?
oh, I can't think of the last time I've like really fucked up. But it's just tough reading the crowd and stuff. So like when I played EDC, that was 100,000 people. That was last month, and it was like half the crowd likes dubstep, half the crowd likes house. And so I tried doing a little bit of everything, and I couldn't tell like how that was going, just because I don't plan my sets at all. So I just go up there and it's
Damn,
like
dude.
yeah, it's
Is that how most people do it? Or they
no. Most people have shit like kind of pre-planned and everything.
Fuck.
Yeah. But then like it's boring though, right? Because I have fans that have like they've seen me like 40 times this year already. So if I do the same set 40 times, they'd be like, "This is boring as hell."
Yeah, that when you say that people been doing the same thing from 2013.
Yeah, it's
how,
nuts.
I don't understand how that's possible.
Haven't you gone
They
to
probably
Vegas?
just get lazy.
Yeah, but have you gone to Vegas and like I've been hearing this track on the radio for like ever or whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's getting lazy and they know what works.
So are you drinking every single set that you're doing?
Yeah.
You've never done a sober set.
I've tried. No, I did it once in like Cancun because it was like an hour set and it was like a show. Because normally all my sets are like 21 plus, and Cancun was like 18 plus, and it was a bunch of like. So I'm like, all right, I'm not drinking around these kids right
It's
now.
impressive though.
Yeah.
How many like shots per set you think you're doing?
So if I'm drinking 1942 is my go-to, and so it's
course.
probably like.
I mean, you're not gonna say some shitty stuff on here either.
No. I do want to switch it up though. So if you guys have any tequila recommendations,
Clase Azul.
yeah, but the bottle's too heavy. I feel like I'm like drinking out of like a flower vase. when
Yeah.
I'm drinking that. But I probably do like half the bottle a set.
Holy shit.
But I don't really get hangovers or
Do
anything.
you? So once your set's done, do you have like, you probably have a crew that you always roll with?
yeah.
And there's always an AP.
Yeah.
And how do you get on that like invite list or who?
So
Do you like guys in?
I like guys, but it has to be guys I know. Like I'm not like one of those DJs that like I know some of them that like it's like them and like 50 girls afterwards because it's fucking boring. It's like you need people to entertain people.
You can't
and
have
stuff.
too many chicks.
No, it's like a burden though too because I
Yeah.
feel like I'm like walking around like a
You can't
salesman
choose one
trying
and
to
shit,
entertain
yeah.
everybody.
Do you collect phones before they get in the room?
No.
Damn,
I'm
lot of
not
photos,
I'm not at the level where it's NDAs and shit.
No, but that's a lot of photos, probably.
It is a lot of photos, but I like getting photographed.
Yeah, I guess. Damn.
We're never doing anything that bad.
It's just
that-
a lot of work to collect phones. And
It
shit,
is.
you
It
know? It's
is.
like,
It is.
we tried it like once or twice. Now it's just
Yeah,
like,
I feel like
get the fuck
if
in,
you
like-
have like
if
really
you get a video, you get a video.
exactly.
We're fucked, like,
And it's
straight up.
like, I mean, you guys too. Like we're used to being on video and shit like that too.
It depends
like,
where you are too. Like if you're at a crib like this,
Yeah.
the girls will fucking hand over their phone. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if they
yeah.
pull up gated. But like
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
like we'll have like shitty rooms in New York. And
Oh,
they're
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, no, I'm not giving up my phone here. And
Yeah.
shit. Like,
No. Yeah. For here,
they're like,
that
I'd rather
makes sense.
dip.
You have an AP every single time. You kind of have to at that point,
Kind
right?
of have to. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So for the night shows, if I play to like 6 a.m., then it's like no. But because I'm playing Vegas tomorrow, it's 3 to 5, and then I have this giant suite at the Venetian. It's like I'm not gonna just sit there and by myself
Right.
and do nothing.
Right. How often are you focused on, like, making your own music?
So I do that. Try to do that at least 2 hours a day, and then on days off, it's pretty much 6 to 8 hours.
And
So
how-
I'm very, very disciplined about my time off. Like there really is no time off, and like so I don't watch Netflix or anything.
How do you determine what track is good enough to put out there? Like, do you have your friends listen to it first?
So the labels I work with, so I just like signed this like deal with Interscope
Nice.
here in LA, and then so they have like a big A&R team, and then it's just I play the new songs every set.
Yeah.
So-
What's your process with like producing a track?
So I work with singers. So I do all laptop and headphones. So I work. So I don't like going in studios whatsoever. So like the singers I work with, the girl I'm working with now is from London or Toronto, and this girl from Toronto too. And it's all like Zoom calls. And then from there, I've been making beats on my laptop for fucking years.
What do you use to produce?
Ableton, if you heard of it.
Yeah.
Is Fruit Loop still a thing?
Fruit Loop's the same thing. I feel like that's like a bigger thing in hip hop.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like hip hop and like Brazilian kids use it. I
Yeah.
don't know why that is. And then Logic is all like Europeans. But yeah, so like I like during 2020 I did like Ableton classes, and I would teach classes like 10 hours a week, and you can see I have YouTube videos how to make tech house and shit like that. So that is my like bread and butter is producing.
So when you're working with like the singers, you said, like, are you sending them beats and they're writing over it?
Yeah. And then they send me a lot of vocal ideas, and it's a lot of back and forth and writing lyrics.
And then you
stuff
try
like
to
that.
get like a bigger artist on
Well,
that. Based
No.
on that?
So I primarily work with smaller artists because big artists are divas and they
Right.
never have time.
Right.
So like, I mean, it would be cool to work with like a Dua Lipa or whatever, but it's like they have 1 hour free time every 3 months, where the people I work with now are pretty much free 24/7. So when it's like 5 a.m. in Ibiza, I can give them a call and they're up and ready to go.
Do you have someone like that you like a Dua Lipa type that you really want to get on a track?
Dua Lipa would be cool. She was backstage at a club I was at a few weeks ago. I didn't have the balls to say hi. I had
Bro,
that
what?
time. I know I fucked up.
You didn't try to. You didn't even go say hi.
Well, it's like a little wave,
Yeah.
but not like. Well, it's because my biggest pet peeve is when I'm out is when someone goes like yo, John, let's fucking work on a track together.
Oh, yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like,
That's
yeah. So I'm sure.
You could have just planted the seed and been like, "Yo, what's up, John?"
I know. Yeah, the next day I was like, God damn it.
Worst thing that happens.
Those
is-
chicks. Those chicks are intimidating though. Like
No,
the
it
boss,
is,
The
it
boss
is.
chicks are like, fuck.
Yeah, especially if like you're
Well,
trying
I
to
mean,
work
I'll
with them
approach
too,
it.
because
Huh?
I'll approach it.
you
haven't been
Where has that gotten you?
You haven't been
Can you be my
rejected enough.
wingman?
That's why you're not used to rejection.
Exactly.
Yeah. Once you've had it a lot, you just say fuck it.
Yeah, I think I need you as my wingman then. Shit.
Dude, I'll do that any day.
What's your top 3 places in the world for hottest chicks?
For hottest chicks, well, Miami's number 1, man.
I agree.
It's well, I just like all cultures, and I like Latina girls a lot. And
Me too.
Yeah.
Fuck
It's the best, bro. I like bilingual people, even though all I speak is English and like como estas. That's all I know.
Well, dude,
But outside that, I guess New York and Ibiza. 'Cause
New York
I
is fire.
haven't done
New
Ibiza
York-
yet.
Yeah. You haven't done Ibiza
No,
yet?
I really need to do
Yeah.
that.
No, it's fun. It's fun. I mean, just because everyone from all over the world goes there, so it's like I consider it a more adult version of Vegas, where it's kind of like an older crowd and the music's more mature. Because Vegas to me is like all like bachelorette parties, like woo girls. You know,
I don't want to throw shade at Vegas, but I feel like it's like not what it used to be.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
yeah.
hit or miss. But I actually feel like it's heating up a little bit.
No,
again.
it is. And like my parties, I think, and obviously I'm clearly biased, but they're getting really fucking lit in Vegas and stuff. But when I just go on like a random night versus like Ibiza, there's just so much going on every night.
What are some of the differences you notice when performing in the States and then like Europe?
States is, I mean, it's a rowdier crowd. I feel like, well, I guess it depends though. Europe's also different because I mean, we have just so many genres of music and stuff in the States, and like obviously hip hop and everything's really big.
Yeah.
But then Europe is just like, just much a more mature crowd. At least
More respectful.
Yeah.
Probably less
yeah.
cocaine in Europe too. There's
What's
probably less cocaine in
Yeah.
Europe.
I feel like cocaine's not like a thing anymore though.
No.
Yeah, everyone at least like it's
I
still
don't know.
it's still a thing, but like
I don't know.
I don't know. Like I feel like
I don't know why you're laughing. I don't know why Sammy had to come to this one.
But no. It's like obviously Ibiza's a big pill place. You know that Mike Posner track. I took a pill in Ibiza. You know.
It's crazy. That fucking song's still banger. That like made his career pretty much.
No, I know, but I think that's like the only song he really ever did, right?
Yeah.
Because I think he like started walking across the country afterwards. I don't know if you saw all that.
No, he went.
He
went
like
crazy?
walked to like California to New York. I think that pill really fucked him up.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
bro. Maybe don't take the pill in Ibiza.
I don't know. I recommend it.
Yeah, I'll
What
have
do
to
you-
try that.
Yeah.
What do you think about like how like a lot of other genres of artists are trying to like kind of get into dance and like that type of stuff? Like Drake.
I mean,
album-
Beyonce was the one that won Dance Album of the Year, so because her huge track "Break My Soul" is a house track. I love it. They've like asked me to like produce tracks, like not those two people specifically, but like to produce dance tracks and stuff. And I think anything that makes the genre bigger is better. The only downside is that you get a lot of people into the genre that like don't really know dance music and stuff, so the crowds can get a little weird. But Drake is legit though. Like he goes out in Ibiza and stuff. He's in Mykonos all the time. I see him at underground parties and shit. So I have respect for him in that.
Yeah, that's crazy. It feels like rap's slowly a little bit kind of dying at times.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's always going to be relevant on radio and stuff like that. I mean, I'm so out of the loop though when it comes to rap. Like, I can't think of the last like hip hop party or anything.
It's just I can't think of the last album that like I bumped for like a long ass time.
No, like
rap.
I was just talking about that with my friends and managers. Is that like, I don't know. Is it just because we're older and then like most of the rap you listen to was in high school? Because when I think of like rap, I think of like Kid Cudi back in the day, all the old Kanye shit, and but yeah, there's nothing like I never was into the SoundCloud rap era, and then after that,
I think it's just changing too a little bit.
Yeah.
Like with social media, I feel like it's gotten a little softer.
Yeah.
You know
It's all like the kind of the lame TikTok hit
like,
shit.
Yeah, it's like they're just trying to get hits. It's like
yeah. Because these labels, I had to make sure when I signed a big label deal, I'm like, you never mention the word TikTok once to me because apparently these people like sign these big major label deals, and it's like that's their goal is like fuck a 3-minute song. We need a 15-second TikTok clip that can get. So
what does that just gives you exposure, but it like at the end
no,
of the day.
but like the thing is like the amount of people like songs I know that are viral on TikTok, I don't even know the artist or anything. Yeah. So then they play shows and they sell 50 tickets, but they have 50 million like monthly listeners on Spotify. We
did a podcast probably like 4 months with Metro Boomin, and he said that he'll have artists come into the studio that like only want to get that TikTok bang.
Yeah. They want
I won't even work with them.
No, because it doesn't make any sense.
It's just stupid.
No,
but it's made a lot of like I've seen a couple DJs that have blown up from it.
Yeah, DJs can, but yeah, I feel like for rappers and stuff, it's a little tougher. I don't know. DJs is different though, because there's some people that have like 50,000 monthly listeners, which is like nothing, and then they're selling out huge parties.
How many monthly listeners are you at this point? Do you know?
It's at like 7 million right now.
Nice,
which it's good for dance music for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who do you think is like who's one of your closest DJ friends?
Closest DJ. So if you know who Dom Dalla is,
of course, yeah.
Yeah. So he's the homie, and we're doing like we're like starting like this duo thing, and we're calling the parties like everywhere, everything always, and it's gonna be we're doing parties like all over like Seattle, doing for Electric Zoo in New York, if you know what I'm talking about, and he's like pretty similar when it comes to like taste and style, but so different than me. So, yeah.
Is there like a respect for like the OGs like Daft Punk and deadmau5?
Oh yeah. So my next remix that comes out in like a week and a half is I Remember deadmau5 and Cascade, which is like the song that got me into dance music.
Nice, yeah.
So it's like the very first electronic song I fell in love with. So yeah, I'm remixing. And then me and Cascade are headlining Hard Summer together.
What do you think about wearing the masks?
I think that shit's like, corny as fuck.
It's corny, but like I feel like there's a
like marshmallow and shit.
But it's like a thought, like yo, if I wear an outfit,
kind of runs out too. It's like, bro,
no, it's a gimmick, bro.
Got to put on the costume every day and shit.
No, it did help him make it bigger, but I think everyone can see through it now and knows it's a gimmick. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
like Marshmallow's got to wake up like a lot and just be like, fuck, I don't want to put that
fucking smelly ass helmet back on.
Bro. It smells like shit one day. And
I don't know, bro.
Like,
you could, if you like offer me $1 billion, but I had to DJ the rest of my life with a helmet on, I would say fuck off. Like legitimately though, like because it just
the girls want you to put the mask on when you.
Well, wait,
the helmet
like,
stays
can you put
on.
It on.
Hey, I think you're missing the point though. Like you're also like they might not be good looking people.
Yeah.
They might be hiding something.
That's true. That's true.
You know.
Yeah.
Because like if they don't know what he looks like, he's still pulling the same girls. But if his mask was off, it might not be the same.
Yeah. That's true. I know a lot of DJs that could use a helmet on. It's not a terrible idea.
All right, this is kind of old. I'm gonna ask you, but did you see that quote by Diplo?
The one that he's
the like no eye contact thing. Yeah, is that like from partying and too many DJ sets, or what's your take on that?
Wait. What was the quote again?
He was like, no. He said, I'm not gay. I do get head from guys. I just don't make eye contact. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
You've been obsessed with that quote since it came out. I feel like
it's a little bizarre.
You relate to that one.
It's a hell of a quote, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Diplo's been in the game so long, and then
He's just trying new things.
I'm sure like every girl in LA, knows Diplo.
Yeah.
So I'm sure probably a couple of dudes have somehow slipped under the radar.
And he's just like, I've been bored of these chicks. Fuck it. I'll try something else.
Yeah. I think it's a case that it's like you saw this so many girls.
If you're partying like that, you're bound to accidentally get head from a guy once.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just a numbers approach, right?
Yeah, and if you don't make eye contact, you're chilling.
It's the lights are off. The guy could have pretty long hair. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, but I can't say the same thing. So I can't.
He's been in the game for a long time.
Exactly.
So.
I know. By the time I'm 45, who fucking knows?
Yeah, maybe in 10 years you'll be like, Diplo has a point.
Yeah. Our follow-up podcast in 10 years, we'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
How about like outside music, like business-wise? Like, how do your social media content and stuff too? Because you're pretty big on like social media.
Yeah.
Do you try to do you have any strategy with that, or are you kind of just having fun with it?
So it is just having fun with it. My favorite is Twitter, just because I can just tweet a thought that comes in my head and go like. But when it comes to like TikTok and like Instagram, it is tough though, because like, it's like instead of making a song, I'll spend 6 hours in a day making a fucking TikTok or whatever. But what does help though is that because my shows are so crazy and stuff, and then I have videographers and stuff, they can do all that for me.
Do you have anyone like sending you ideas for that type of shit, or like putting shit together for you? Or is
sometimes that's why I have like a team and managers and stuff like that. And I don't know. I'm guessing you guys are kind of the same way too, because the pressure is always on though, because I have to always be making content all the time, while also making music, while also traveling, touring every day. And then I'm still partying in between, partying is just to let off the steam and stuff too. Because I don't know, do you guys kind of feel the same way too? Or just the pressure to make like,
always.
Because the hangovers is not what gets me, it's the anxiety. Because it's like when I wake up after 2 days in a row and I'm like, fuck, I haven't posted anything yet.
Yeah, for sure.
And
but then it sucks, like even for you too.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, it's like sometimes like if we're like, oh, okay, we got to take a little break from drinking. But then when we like drink, we just get content.
Yeah,
like, it's like fucked. It's like
exactly.
I don't want to say it's beneficial, but it's like fuck. Like,
no, it is. Well, especially and just like even when you just want to go home and chill, it's like you're not getting content when you're just sitting home watching Netflix or whatever. You know what I mean? So then I try to brainstorm everything, but yeah, it just it's like in an ideal world, I would just only release music and that's it. But I do the way I get through it though is that like I think like when you do make fun content, it is fucking fun. And
do you ever rip like sauna or like the cold tub or something after like a night of drinking?
No, I should.
You should.
Do you recommend it?
That's
do you have
what
it?
we've been doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It helps.
What do you do for your anxiety or your hangover? You just battle it?
Just battle it. Yeah.
Shut the blinds and watch a movie or some shit?
Yeah.
Postmates?
Yeah. Well, that's all. I haven't cooked a meal in like 3 years. So.
Yeah, me neither.
Have you ever had like a really bad hangover? Like his, like after a big night, he'll like, we call it curtains closed. He just closes his curtains and stays in the room all day.
Yeah.
You ever been through
so
that?
You don't want to go out to Miami with me then?
Yeah, I do. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
The curtains will stay open with that offer, but I'll be good.
Okay. Dope.
Yeah, right, bro.
We got to make that happen.
Steiny after space.
Yeah. Then what's the worst is you come back home and it's like noon, so it's just bright as fuck. But I don't know. A couple Advil goes a long way.
Yeah.
Nice airport beer helps.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a big airport beer guy?
Oh, big time. Yeah. But I now I get there so late, but
airport beers are jokes.
Yeah.
It makes the flight way better.
It makes it way better.
I used to have you ever seen the express massages?
Oh my God, at the airport?
Have you never seen those?
Yeah, I don't know if I trust like an airport masseuse though.
Well, you have to do it in front of everybody. It kind of sucks. Like, you get a fire shoulder rub for 20 minutes.
Someone will come up to me because I now have to take selfies all the time at airports, and they'll be like, "Well, I'm getting a massage." I guess your head is down though, right? So they can't see you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I can maybe try that.
Fuck yeah. Maybe we'll take that part out actually.
But yeah, no, and then I can have a couple drinks in the flights and stuff. So
it's gonna be hard to believe you have an answer for this, but is there anything you miss about your life before all this?
Yeah, I miss free time, and that's pretty much the only thing, right? But then too much free time, you go crazy. So like, if I even have like just a day off, I get like anxiety because I feel like I always gotta be doing something.
Yeah. So you keep busy.
Yeah.
That's good.
So the only thing that sucks though is the travel, because I don't know. Are you guys traveling a lot right now
yeah,
too?
a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
It's all
'Cause
balanced. Like
It's bad.
if you're
But then when you
traveling
have
for a
like the
while-
4 a.m. because you had like what, a 4 a.m. flight today.
yeah,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
last night or 9:30 p.m. last night.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay,
we
that's
land
not,
here
that's
at
not
like
too bad.
1 a.m. and then drive back.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, we will do ones like that.
Because like Vegas, I play my party tomorrow 3 to 5, and then my flight's at 11. So then I'm gonna get on the
To where? Toronto or
to Toronto. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because there's no direct flight.
right?
And so yeah, that's the shit that kind of sucks. But
What about have you ever had to like cancel shows?
no, I'm very proud about myself is that I've never missed a show. Well, I had to cancel one show because the plane couldn't land because there's a hurricane going on.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not like canceling a show. It's
Yeah. That was
it's
out of your control.
Exactly. So I am proud about myself. About
Yeah, that's
that.
a huge thing.
Yeah. Worst case, I don't care if I have to get carried on stage. I'm showing up.
Fuck yeah, bro. Good for you.
Where are you at like after this? Like what's your next few weeks or months like?
So
Vegas, then Toronto.
yeah, Vegas or is it Toronto? Yeah, no. Yeah, Vegas, Toronto, Chicago, Atlantic City, and then Ibiza the next day.
And that's all in how many days?
That's in 4 days, 4 or 5 days. So that once I get to, that's gonna be rough. But the flights to Europe though is nice though because you get the nice light.
Yeah, the lie
and
flat.
Yeah.
And then what's after Ibiza?
After Ibiza, I'm doing Croatia.
Love Croatia, bro.
I'm
Oh,
doing-
what's that fucking place called? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Havar?
No worries.
DM or whatever.
That's where I'm playing.
Bro, I fucking
Carpe
love
diem.
that
No way,
place.
you been there?
Fucking love that place.
Yeah,
you should
what,
take a boat
is
there.
it on like an island?
Havar.
Yeah, it's
I,
so
I,
It's a
sick.
fucking vibe.
Okay, it is
Yeah.
cool.
Croatia's
Yeah.
a hidden gem.
Okay,
It's so
yeah.
dope.
Everyone says like Croatia's like the new Ibiza. It's becoming that kind of thing.
I love
that
it.
was
Yeah,
my favorite trip we've ever done.
Yeah, really? Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
When is that?
Well, give me some recommendations then. 'Cause
That's
my
the only
first
place
time.
you need to go, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, we went there fucking 3 nights in a row.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, hell yeah. Do you have like a hotel out there or?
Yeah, we had a
Airbnb.
hotel,
I don't
right?
remember what it was called, but yeah.
We went there on like 2 days' notice.
Oh,
It was,
okay.
It was yacht week there.
I do that literally next week.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's my first time playing that. And then I'm doing Germany. I'm doing like an 8-hour set in London at this like old like theater where it's like, you know what I'm talking about, where they have like the booths up top and stuff like a
Mhm.
really old classic theater. So yeah, that'll be cool.
And are you all alone for that? Like you travel all alone?
No, so I'm alone right now, but normally I have a tour manager with me. And then for like my big shows, I'll have like tour manager, assistant, lighting guy, visuals, my managers. So I'll travel like 10 deep.
Oh, okay.
And then, obviously my content guys and stuff. So I have them too.
Oh, okay.
You talked about performing in the caves.
Yeah.
Do you have any crazy scenario where you'd want to have like a festival, like random spot like that?
So we try and do some shit like in front of the pyramids would be really cool.
That'd be fucking
which
insane.
because they do allow shows there. Because Carl Cox, if you know him, he did a show out there. I was like, I did not know that was fucking possible. So I want to do that.
How is that possible?
I have no idea. I guess you have to hit up the local Egyptians. I don't know. Yeah,
I would go to. How can you miss that?
Yeah,
too?
yeah. Well, it's because like a lot
front
of
of the
those people that
pyramids?
live out there, like a lot of people live out in Cairo and stuff. They're like really big in the Ibiza scene and stuff like that, and they got a lot of money. So I think they
Just
got a lot of-
blasted at the pyramids.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
crazy, bro.
And then because my name's Summit, and then my label was called Off the Grid. I'm like, I love mountains and skiing my whole life. I want to do like a rave up in the mountains, like in the Alps or some shit.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. So everyone's wearing, coats and shit. Like kind of like if you've seen like they do parties for the X Games in Aspen.
Yeah, belly up, bro.
Yeah. I played there a few times.
Really? Nice.
Yeah. It's
Fuck
sick.
yeah, dude.
Yeah. That's small. It's like a 200, 300 person club.
That,
Yeah, but it's sick.
I saw Bass Nectar there one time.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, so were you a bass head back in the day too?
Fucking Sammy's my boss right here, but yeah. First time doing ecstasy. Like that.
Oh hell yeah!
It was fucking life changing.
Yeah. No, for
First
real
and
though.
last, but-
That was the last time you took ecstasy.
Last time, yeah.
Why is that?
It's a little intense for me, bro.
It is. Well, you just take like a half of one next time, bro.
Yeah, I know. Next time I do it, I'll do it with you. We'll figure it
Okay,
out.
fuck yeah. I'll show you the ropes.
But yeah, it's a fun time up there.
Yeah, no, it's sick. It's sick. The Denver scene and stuff is crazy in general, or the Colorado
It's
scene.
EDM and
Yeah.
all that is so big there.
Yeah.
You know who else was super big there is Skrillex.
Yeah.
Do you
But
have a
Skrillex is
relationship
fucking
with
big
him?
everywhere though.
But I mean,
Yeah.
like he would perform there very frequently
Oh yeah.
at Red
yeah.
Rocks.
Yeah, they just had some artists out too. If you know who Lenium is, he just sold out
Of
the
course.
Broncos arena this past weekend. He did like 55,000 tickets each night or something like that.
Just him?
Yeah, just him.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
How many people does Brooklyn Mirage?
So I did a full takeover there, so the 3 stages, and that was 8,500 a night.
And you did 3 nights in a
3
row?
nights there. Yeah.
Fuck,
So
bro.
that place. Have you heard of that place, Brooklyn Mirage?
No, I'm
Mirage?
pissed because we were there, I think, at the same time. I would for sure come.
Okay. Yeah. Because I do this. I built a whole backstage too, so we had like 500 people backstage too.
To hear that Millennium sold out Bronco Stadium, the last time I saw a concert there that was sold out was the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, which is fucking insane,
So
right?
to think about that,
Yeah. So
fucking
yeah, that's why I think dance has become like the biggest genre right now, which is fucking nuts. Because I've been doing this for years, and it was only underground parties and shit when I started.
Yeah.
But I guess that's how everything starts, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what's next? Like how do you see your career going? Like what do you want to do with your career?
I think just bigger, better shows, doing festivals, doing places all over the world, whether it's fucking, like I said, pyramids or the Alps, and then starting to collaborate with big artists and stuff too. So I think that's the move.
It's crazy, bro.
The next is I'm taking you on a fucking bender,
Let's
bro.
fucking go,
in
bro.
Miami.
Let's go right after this.
You could be
I know,
my
what's fuck? Are we
wingman.
getting into one right now?
I
or
know,
what?
fuck. I feel like I am.
I feel like we could just get a house party popping like at this crib right now.
I'm on my 3rd happy dad, bro.
I
And
know.
it's
How would we
also-
do
I'm ready.
that? How would we do that? Would we just like post a story or something?
Oh, I could get 100 people over here.
Well, we could too, but no, I'm just kidding. You probably have that.
Oh,
better
OCs.
than us.
we can do a collab.
You want 100
house.
guys or you want 100 chicks?
Yeah, you can help even out the ratio.
Yeah,
for me.
I'll be the ratio guy.
Fuck yeah.
No, this was dope, dude. Thank you for
All right,
coming
yeah.
on.
Thank you for having me.
We're rooting
guys.
for you, and definitely we got to come to one of your shows
Yes,
ASAP too.
please,
100%.
please. I'll be lit.
Hell yeah!
All
All
right,
right,
let's
John
go.
Summit,
Yes, sir.
let's go.